Holy shit. What's going on, y'all? My name is Bullet, and today I'm bringing you some more Team Fortress 2 action. This is another sniper gameplay. I like playing the sniper a lot, as I said in my first sniper video, but man, it got so much more fun when I when I got this gun right here. If you guys don't know what it is the Machina. It's the gun that came out with the Deus Ex update, along with, you know, there was also an engineer gun, a couple engineer items, and some other things, spy weapons. But this is the sniper rifle, and this gun is amazing. There's really no other way to describe it. It's so powerful. When you get a nice, amazing, like, fully charge on it, and get somebody, you know, within your sights and get a nice little to-the-face headshot, it can do 518 damage. That is ridiculous. Like, overkill to the max. I mean, you can use this thing to take out sentry guns in, like, 2 hits. I don't do it on this level at all in this gameplay because I'm on defense and I don't really see any level 3 sentry guns set up. But if you're using this gun on offense, you can just wreck, like, red team engineers stuff just from really far away if you can get a nice line of sight on them, because a fully charged shot and then one nice little quick scope and it's done, which is freaking incredible. This gun doesn't really have that many downsides, in my opinion, for as powerful as it is. You can see one of the, at least it's supposed to be downsides, is that, like, tracer round that shoots out every time I shoot it. What that does is it's supposed to alert the enemy team to where you're standing, which I guess if you're on defense can be kind of a bad thing, because, you know, you're not really going anywhere. You're just kind of like hanging back in one little spot, you know, and it really lets the blue team know where you're killing them from if they're not looking at their kill cams. But if you're on blue team and you're attacking and just constantly pushing forward, it's really not that big a deal because you're moving around a lot. So really, it just kind of makes you evolve as a sniper and makes you play like as a mobile unit. You can't really just sit back and camp as much because, you know, if you sit in camp, they're eventually going to just come and kill you because they know exactly where you are. Whereas you can't be as sneaky as you can with the other sniper rifles. Probably the biggest downside, in my opinion, though, is the inability to no-scope. You can't shoot this gun unless you're aiming down the sights. For me, it's especially a downside because I love to no-scope things. You know, if anybody that watched my first video, you can just tell that I like to jump around and no-scope, and, well, you know, this completely, you know, takes away jumping and shooting as a sniper from you. But, you know, hey, it's a trade-off, and, you know, that's why it's cool that it just adds, you know, a difference between the weapons, which is amazing. This gun also does, you know, ridiculous amounts of damage to the, you know, body shots and stuff when it's fully charged. That's because of the stat that gives it 15% more damage after fully charged. So it's really cool, and it just makes you play more of a sit-back style sniper. You need to move around, obviously, but you don't. You can't just be crazy with it. You have to be patient with your shots because it really does promote, hey, you know, charge it up, wait for that shot to line up, and then just shoot them in the head, and then they're dead because there's no way that they can survive a headshot, even if they have, you know, an overheal from a medic, a pocket medic. They're still dead, which is why that's amazing because. You know, you can take out that heavy that is just, you know, wrecking everybody because he's got that nice little pocket medic. The other amazing thing about this gun, as you saw from that very first clip I added in the beginning, you can get collat kills. You can be shooting at someone and his buddy can be standing behind him and you can kill them both with one shot. That's one thing that I love about Call of Duty and Halo and stuff like that, is getting like a nice little double kill, and other collateral kills and stuff. I don't think you can shoot through more than one person. I think you can only get a double kill with it, but I'm not sure. So if I ever get a triple, you guys will be the first to know, because I will post that video immediately. But as far as I know, you can only get a double kill with it, which, hey, perfectly fine with me. The other weapons I'm using here, I'm using the Girardi. It's actually strange Girardi. I got lucky enough in a trade to get it. And I'm using the Bushwhacker as my melee weapon. The Girardi is that yellow jar that I'm carrying in my hand that I chuck at people. And what that does is you throw it and it breaks apart, and then it douses the bad guys in a yellow, smelly substance. At least I can assume it's smelly. I don't know if it's smelly. It's commonly known as the piss jar. You just throw it on them, and what it does is any kind of damage that hits them then will put out mini crits. And that's pretty awesome, because as you will see a couple times in this video, it's amazing for defense, because if you got a lot of guys on the cart, all you got to do is just throw that Girardi on the cart, and it will allow your team to just pick them apart. And that can really make a difference if you've got a lot of guys on the cart and they're just not dying, because the cart heals them. So, you're kind of at a disadvantage a little bit anyway, unless you can figure out a way to sneak attack them. So, Girardi can really make a difference. It really is like a team oriented item, I think. I mean, whereas it can help you out, I guess, if you douse somebody in the Girardi and then get a nice little shot on him, it can help you out. But I think it's really good for like when you have a group of enemies and you also have your team like right there, and you can just like help your team out and get the assists. So the Bushwhacker that I have is also a strange. I got lucky enough with that in a trade as well. But it's a pretty awesome knife, if I must say. What that does is, whenever you should mini crit when you melee someone, it actually crits. So it does a little more damage if you're lucky enough to get a crit, and it's a pretty awesome melee weapon. The downside is, of course, you get 20% damage increase to fire. So you're vulnerable to fire, but honestly, if a pyro gets on you as a sniper, you only have 125 health. You're not going anywhere. You can get lucky, I guess, and be close to a med pack or something like that. But honestly, pyros can be one of your worst enemies as a sniper, just because you just don't have that much health. Just like the same mentality as a spy. You're a squishy. You're the squishy in the TF2 world. You ain't got nothing. But hey. That's why, it's kind of good mixed with this weapon, because it's more of a sit-back style. You move around, and everything will work out just fine. The map I'm playing on is probably my favorite payload map. I really like Barn Blitz. It's very diverse. It's one of the newer maps, if I recall correctly. It's a 4 checkpoint payload, so it can turn out like this map to be a very, very long match, especially if you're on red and want to win. But man, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This final barn here, where the last checkpoint is, it can be a son of a gun to both attack and defend on. It just really depends on the other team, which is why I think this map is so amazing, because it's very balanced. If the blue team lets the red team dig in, engineers can there's so many places where engineers can set up, and if snipers stay in the back left corner, like I do a lot of this, the end of the match here, it can be really difficult for the blue team to even like push the cart at all. Whereas if the blue team doesn't let the red team set up, and right after they capture the point, like before this one, if they push in and really just don't let the red team dig in at all, they'll just push the cart right in. So it's like, I don't know. It's very it feels very balanced to me, and I like maps that feel very balanced. There's a lot of points of entry for the blue team, so gives spies a lot of good opportunities to sneak in past the front lines, and also gives those demo men and soldiers like a good way to shoot down sentry guns and all kinds of stuff like that if the engineers aren't paying attention, because there's a lot of just lines of sight and shooting lanes for those rockets and grenades. Yeah, so this is a pretty good map. I love this weapon. I've been using it a lot, so I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Right now, I want to take the time and thank everyone that has been watching my videos. I have two things to say. The first one being, I have 25 subscribers now. I think that's amazing. Just to think that like 25 people are there to watch my videos every time I put them up, that it really means a lot. And I know there's also some people on Facebook that watch my videos when I post them. I think that's awesome too. Even though you guys aren't subscribing, it's like you're subscribing because you're my friend on Facebook and you're also watching them from there. So I think that's awesome, and I want to say, hey guys, thanks. It means a heck of a lot to me. And my first sniper video, it actually has like over 400 views now, and wow, I never thought that my videos would get to that point where we're in the multiple hundreds of views, and it makes me really excited for the future, and just it really makes me want to keep making more content. And I'm definitely going to keep with the TF2. I think that's going to be the thing that is going to be my consistent game of choice, unless Team Fortress 3 comes out, but I think that's going to be quite a long ways out. But yeah, Team Fortress 2 is going to be my game, and even after I do all the classes, I have some more videos backlogged to make commentaries for. I'm going to try to go through all the classes. Even after I go through all the classes, I had some people ask me like, hey, what's the future for your channel? What are you going to do? I'm going to, just keep making videos. There's plenty to talk about. They're always adding new weapons. I'm always getting new weapons. Plenty of different ways to play. Even if I start talking about the same kind of stuff, I don't think it really matters. And plus, there's always something I can talk about. And the big thing is giving you guys stuff that's interesting for you guys to watch and hopefully listen to, because I want to be, something interesting. So. This game's kind of drawn to a close here. This is definitely the longest commentary I've ever done. So, and I've done it like straight through. So, if I'm mumbling a little bit and going on with this same kind of rambly, then I apologize. But I like to do my commentaries all the way through, without like cutting and cropping my audio too much. But anyway, guys, I just want to thank everyone again for watching, and I should have another video out soon, and I'll catch you later.